Hi everybody, I'm Crusader Sword. Everybody calls me Grandpa. You can call me Grandpa too if you like. I'm the old man up here at Cabin Creek. I'm 29 years old. I used to be a racehorse, but this is where I live with 15 other fellas that used to be racehorses too. Hey, you're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute, horses can't talk. You'd be right about that. They can't. But I want to tell you a story about this place, Cabin Creek. Now it's winter time at Cabin Creek. I live up here on the hill, and you can see where all the rest of the boys live. We get fed twice a day. You should see us when the food is coming. We get hay, alfalfa, grain, and when people come to visit us, they bring us carrots and these little round peppermint candy things. Oh boy, are they good. Now let me introduce you to the boys. There's Barons. I heard he was on his way to Mexico or Canada. Now, I want to tell you something. Any horse that is on their way to Mexico or Canada, it's a bad thing. You don't even want to know about it. Just suffice it to say that them two places are a bad thing for us horses. When Barons came here, he only had half a tail. It'll grow back, but one of the volunteers went over to Sally's beauty supply store and got some weaves and put them in his tail. And now he's good and ready for them darn bugs. Now here's Mooney. He almost went to Canada or Mexico too, but some lady brought him here. Moon's my neighbor. Oh, he can drive you nuts sometimes. A few years ago, they put this little baby colt, Mr. Cowboy, in with Moon. That little fella was with Moon for about a year, and Moon taught this little guy how to be a horse and sort of brought him up. Well, the day Mr. Cowboy left to become a racehorse, Moon cried and cried for hours. Oh, he made a lot of noise and he drove us all nuts. Now here's Will and Thunder Rumble. They both won the Travers race, and by the way, I won the Hopeful. Here's Smokey, and this is Leo. He's a friendly and quiet kind of guy, but he pretty much keeps to himself. He gets the colic. He gets these stomach aches from time to time, but the people here, they take real good care of him. Sometimes the colic can be a bad thing. And here's Mikey and Mitty. Boy, do these two love to horse around. And here's Cooley and Pate. There's Lorcan and Truck. And here's Zippy and Big Red. You know, Zippy ran 100 races, and he never won any of them. Oh, that's embarrassing. But when the people come up to visit us here, don't you know, they all want to meet Zippy. Oh, go figure that one. And here's Funny Side. He comes up and stays with us sometimes in the summers. Yeah, that's him rolling around. When he takes his naps, he snores so loud you can hear him in the barn. And last summer, a bunch of people came up to visit him, and he ate so many carrots, his feet bothered him the next day. Well, Joanne had to get the hose out and cool his feet down. He's young. He can't help being goofy sometimes. Well, that's all 15 of us. And in our time, we all won a lot of races. You know, between the 15 of us, we won over $10 million. Except for Zippy, of course. And after racing, a few of us boys here made a lot more money by being a man. But now let's move on with the story now. I want to tell you about the people around here. Here's Joanne and her husband Mark. They run Cabin Creek and they're here 24/7 and they take good care of us. And they're probably the nicest people you're ever gonna meet. But just between you and me, sometimes they can drive you nuts. A while ago this winter, I was laying down taking a nap in the nice cool snow and I got my darn leg stuck in my darn winter coat and I couldn't get up. But after a while I started to feel good. My legs were numb, I couldn't feel any of my aches and pains, and all I wanted to do was take a nice long nap. Well, Joanne and Mark come running up screaming like crazy for me to get up. If I could have talked, I would have told them that I don't want to get up. And the next thing you know, here come the neighbors, the vet, all trying to get me up. Oh, after a couple hours, I got up. But just between you and me, the next day, I found myself trotting around and I felt pretty good. So I didn't hold no grudge with Joanne and Mark. But it's this fella, Bobby Frankel, and Michael Blauen that thought it'd be a good idea to set up homes for me and my pals. And this lady, Rosie, she helps them out too. Now here's some of the other folks around here. We see these folks all the time. Ramsey, Pat, Barb, June, Dee, and there's a bunch of others. I can't remember all their names. But these folks, they work hard. And you know, sometimes, now you gotta keep this to yourself, but sometimes when they're cleaning out our run-ins, they give us some of them peppermint candy things. And I heard they don't get any money for doing this. One day I heard Joanne say we barely have enough money to get by just feeding the horses this year, so nobody gets paid doing what they do. The fellas and me wish we had some of the money we earned. We don't need any money. We don't even know what money is. But I wish we had some so we could give it to Joanne and the folks here. So, my friends, this is my story. It's about us fellas. It's about having a home, a family, and all of this love. What more could any horse ask for? So, to all of you who have made Cabin Creek such a wonderful home, the fellas and me, we want to say thanks to all of you. And we hope that you come up and visit us sometime. Oh, we love it when people come to visit. And if you do, don't forget to bring some of them peppermint candy things with you. It's time for me to stop talking and start acting more like a horse. Because we all know that horses can't talk.